welcome back, guys. I hope you are so well, and I am so happy you guys are here on my video today because we have a shopping trip on our to-do list, and we're off to London to visit the iconic Arket store in Regent Street to hopes to find some new in autumn pieces. We are talking your chocolate browns, your rich suedes, burgundies, fluffy and cable knitwear, and so much more. And I want you to come with me. So grab your bags, grab your shoes, get a cozy drink, and let's get shopping. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all had the best week. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you are returning, then welcome back. I feel like this video is going to be a little bit different. I don't know how it's going to play out really, but I thought it would be a good idea to pop into Arket today and do kind of like a come shopping with me, because I know Arket isn't really available in like most towns. I guess it's a brand that, if you haven't heard of it, it's a brand that's part of the kind of COS H&M group. So I thought it'd be really good to kind of go in. I've been invited by the PR team to come in and do kind of a store appointment. So basically what that means is I've kindly been given almost like a gift card, and I go into store, have a look at all the new in, try some pieces on and take some home to style, which is super exciting. Obviously it's one of my absolute favorite brands that I've been wearing since like 2018, a long time. I just love the brand. I think the quality is so consistent and the designs are also super classic. And what I love about Arket as well is often if they've got a style that sells out or is super popular, they will keep it for like a couple of years, so you've always got the chance to kind of go back and get it, which I absolutely love. So we're going to be doing that today. But good news, guys, I bring good news. So Arket has now launched on ASOS, so I feel like now is the perfect time for me to take you into store, do a little bit of a girl shopping try on session, because now you'll get a feel of what it is, and if you see some pieces that are also on ASOS, it might give you the confidence to kind of add to basket and try out a new brand if you've never tried it out before. But I thought it would be really fun anyway, just to go in, do a little bit of autumn shopping. I've been collating some pieces. I mean, I've done a huge vintage clear out basically, and I've been collating some pieces that I think I might need this season in my wardrobe. So I now know roughly some ideas of what I'm looking for. Maybe some new knitwear pieces, a good staple pair of black trousers would be great, maybe a good pair of black shoes or a black bag. Like, this is what I'm thinking in my head, like, or like one of those little scarf things. You guys know I love those. So this is kind of the ideas that I've got. But I'm going to meet my friend Fran. We're doing a joint store appointment, so I've basically been invited by the PR team at Arket to come into store with like a gift voucher, which is obviously so exciting, like so lucky. So I'm gonna go in, and then we have an hour to have a look around, see the store, look at the trends, try some things on. So I'll take you guys to the changing rooms with me and we'll see what we get, and then when I come back we can maybe do like a little show and tell vibe. But I hope you enjoy this vlog. It's a day vlog and it is us girls going shopping. Welcome to Arket, Regent Street in London, guys. I'm so happy to go shopping today. The sun is shining and I'm in the mood. And let me tell you something, Arket in the autumn time are a match made in heaven. You'll see throughout this video that kind of things that we touched on in the style report, you can actually see now into stores, which is so exciting. For me, I love this collection. It was a Penny Martin collection with Arket. And you can see this trench coat, it's a classic. But what I love is that they've used a green khaki color, and this color seems to be really important to Arket this season because you see it time and time again pop up. But one thing about Arket is your basics are so good. Now look at this jumper and you'll see it again soon. But the basics are incredible. The long sleeve t-shirts, your short sleeve t-shirts, the heavyweight t-shirts are actually my ultimate favorite t-shirt the high street can offer. But this was the jumper in the khaki in the cream, and you know I had to try that one on. Remember we talked about that burgundy? Look at it here in a croc boot, and it is so chic. I love these boots, but I felt the whole store was super cohesive. This cable knit was giving that heritage countryside chic that I loved, and I really appreciated that chocolatey trend that we talked about previously in a maxi dress. Love this one. If I was taller, this would be getting tried on because I love it. But again, like, they've got this boucle which could be a trend but on a classic shape, and I think Arket does that really well. They tend to dip into trends and use one small piece of the trend on a classic item. That way you get the most longevity, which I think is just so smart and clever. And you can see me here, I'm like trying everything because I just feel like Arket is one of those places you can have the best time. Look at these mittens. Look at these little fluffy mittens. Now I must admit, they've got the heritage thing down. I loved seeing it across the coats and the blazers this season. I was already collating a little pile of things to try on. You've got your suede here as well, again in that classic green. And I feel Arket's all about the textures. So you can see here a lot of the jumpers, I've got that beautiful mohair texture. And you know me, I'm quite a tactile person, so I really appreciate this. This whole section is all chocolate and burgundy. Again, the colors that we were talking about, the colors of the season, and they've got it in the classic silhouettes. Honestly, I really enjoyed the shopping trip because there was just so many items I could see fitting into my everyday wardrobe. But Arket doesn't just do fashion, guys. If you are homeware interior girly, which I know you guys are, there's so many beautiful designs and trinkets and pieces to add to your home collection. Like the cutlery and the plateware is just seriously something else. I feel like Arket's servingware is understated. It is just absolutely beautiful, including some of these marble soap dishes. Imagine these. But anyway, let's go trying on. Okay, we've just arrived in Arket. We've done the shopping, as you would have seen. There's so many good pieces in. This is what I'm wearing today, by the way. I haven't done even like a little outfit of the day, but we've got this blazer that I picked up from Vinted. Vinted is the one, you guys know how I feel about that. I've recently picked up these little tiger's eye beaded necklace, which I'll show you in a minute as well. I love that, and that's from Marks and Spencer's. And I've got my trousers that I got from COS, just some brogues, and it's just a very simple autumnal outfit, but it is very warm today. I did mistake with the weather, but it's absolutely roasting, so I'm feeling a little bit like humid. But this is the necklace, by the way, that I got from Marks and Spencer's. Love them, like a tiger eye. It's real stone. Love it. But as you can see, I've got some pieces here. I've got a couple of like cozy knitwear bits. I've got some jeans, what I'm excited to try on. A nice little like furry jacket. And I've got a couple of blazers, so I think we'll do a little try on, see how everything fits, and probably I've done a voiceover just to go over like everything that I was seeing in the store. But it is such a well laid out store. I just think everything looks so perfect, very aesthetic, very pleasing. It's one of the stores that's very easy to shop in. I'm looking forward to trying some of these pieces on, even though it's roasting. How am I going to try winter clothing on when it's so hot today? I seriously mistook, but try them on, chat them with you, and then I'm going to go downstairs and get coffee. Okay, bear with me for this one. I have worn and bought so many of this Arket blazer. Specifically, you know, I've got it in cream, I've got it in brown, I've got it in beige, but I have not got it in black. And I feel like this is such a classic shape, and I have oversized it massively. So this is a size 16, I'm usually a 12, so I think I bought up 2 dress sizes here. But the fit of it is so cool, and it's such a good dupe for the Frankie Shop one. Such a good dupe. So if you're looking for one, this is it. I love the way it sits. I think it is super classic. I think I'm going to get so much wear out of this one, and it goes really well with these trousers as well. Love the oversized shoulders of everything, and it is the perfect black, if that makes sense. So love this one. the iconic viral coat. This was so popular last year. I'm so glad they took it out again this year. This is what I was saying at the beginning of the video, that Arket does bring out a few of their pieces time and time again if they're popular. And I didn't get this last year and I regretted it ever since. So I am tempted. Problem is I don't have the space. I really don't have the space, but how gorgeous is this coat? It's so luxurious. I love that like chocolatey, suede-y kind of lining, I guess you'd call it. And it's got that like brown leather look. It's not real leather, just FYI. And you've got this like faux shearling. I just think it's beautiful and I love the shape of it. It's kind of like cocooned. This is a size small, by the way, so they are very oversized, so you don't need to go up a size in any way. If anything, go down a size. Love how it looks. I think it's nice and short on me. This was a jumper I've actually saved on my Pinterest because I love it so much. I think it's so elegant with like the wrap over neckline. I think you put a cute little scarf in there, like a little silk scarf. I love that this is so practical. I think it hits a really nice length. I think the cream and the ribbing, like, it's just the things about Arket I like is they take practical everyday pieces, but they elevate them to make them a little bit more interesting and a bit more chic, and I love it. I think this is, again, you know, it's a plain jumper. Let's not get over the top, but I just think the way it sits on is perfect, and I haven't seen one with like a big, thick wrap over like this. I'm gonna see if I can put you in. Yeah, this wrap over with the balloon sleeve details, I just think looks so good. I feel like this is a more subtle cable knit where you've still got some of the cable knit elements through and the ribbing of the knitwear, but it's nothing over the top, which I love as well. I think the neckline being a little bit more of like a half funnel is really nice as well. I just think this is so good. It's such a good staple. Again, I know I keep saying I'm classics and staple, but that's kind of what I buy and what I think Arket is really good for. And I just love the way that it hits kind of here. It's a good crop length and it's warm and thick, but not thick enough that you can't tuck stuff into it, which I think as well is really important. So it got a little bit loud, so I'm going to do a voiceover for this one, but I absolutely adore this piece. It is like a maxi blazer coat. I've never seen anything like this before, and I just thought it was giving super premium vibes. And as soon as I put it on, I wasn't sure if it was going to be for me or not, but I actually liked the way that it made me look a bit taller. I think being petite, pieces like this you can be a little bit daunted by, but because it creates that elongated silhouette, it draws your eyes up, and it was just above the ground, so I knew it wouldn't get damaged when I was walking around, and I just thought it was the perfect grey shade. It would really fit into my wardrobe. I don't have any piece like this before, and I thought it was a great price for how good the tailoring is. That gap in my wardrobe that I knew I had. So yeah, I absolutely love this one. 10 out of 10. We've done the trying on. I'd love to know what you guys think is best. I'm going to decide what it is I want. I'm going to go to the Arket cafe. They've got such a nice cafe here, by the way. Really good people watching spot. And decide what it is I'm going to take home. And then when I get home, I'm going to try it all on with you guys. Not try it all on, I just did that. Show it with you guys. We finally made it home with the little Arket bag. Thank you so much, glamorous assistant. Okay, trugging this around London was no easy task, but we have the Arket bag full of goodies, and as promised, I thought we'd get home, do a little debrief on our shopping trip, what was in store, how I felt the vibes were vibing, would I recommend Arket Regent Street to go visit, and a little like show and tell of what I actually purchased. So as you know, I was invited in to store to kind of have a look at their brand new collections in for autumn, and it did not disappoint. The thing I would say that's brand new is they've actually switched the floors. So if you've been into Arket on Regent Street before, you'll have known the men's were downstairs and the women's were upstairs, so it was kind of split. Now it's all women's wear downstairs, and there's only a small portion of women's wear upstairs now, where it used to be a lot larger. And I must admit, the menswear collection right now is so good. So if you've got any like male friends, cousins, brothers, dads, partners, husbands, I feel like get them to have a look in Arket at the minute, because the guys' wears was just, it was so nice. There were so many things that I was actually thinking for Adam, I was thinking for myself. There was just, I just feel like the good thing I like about Arket is it's quite unisex, so a lot of the stuff I was like, oh, that would be good for like a sharing wardrobe. But it was so hot, so trying on everything was a lot. But I think you could tell if you've watched any of my recent fashion videos, especially the style report one, you could see a lot of that in the store. There were so many burgundies, oversized tailoring, there were some country jackets I seen. Like there was just a lot of kind of like trends and themes coming through that we've kind of talked about, so it was really exciting to see them in store and being merchandised. And that store as well has a really good cafe, so I'd highly recommend going there for that as well, just because that gives you a chance to kind of have a look around the store, sit down and really have a debrief whether or not you want the items, if you can see it in your wardrobe. I like that Arket kind of encourages more of a lifestyle approach to shopping. That way you can be really considered before purchasing. I'm talking on, and I really wanted to just show you the pieces. I'm really interested to know, pause the video right now and let me know in the comments what you think I picked up, because it'd be interesting to see if you guys could guess it or not. But without further ado, let's have a look in. So the first piece I picked up was, of course, this V-neck cable knit sweater jumper. I absolutely loved it. Again, I think it is such a classic piece, one that I'm gonna wear for all ages, all years to come, and I just know a piece like this is gonna come in next year and the year after that, and it feels so high quality. It is so chunky. I got it in a size small, so go down from your regular size. It's quite an oversized fit, but I just adored the neckline of this. I thought it was so elevated, and you guys know at the minute I'm really into those like silk neck scarves because they keep you warm without being bulky, and I feel like this is the perfect silhouette to kind of enhance that. So I was like, this is great. Love the creamy color. It's going to go with already so many items in my wardrobe, but it is such a thick knit. You'll have already seen it in the changing rooms, but it's such a lovely knit, and I love how balloon the sleeves were. But again, it's super simple, really classic, but I'm really trying to get away from statement trend pieces, because I found that I was buying lots of statement trend pieces and not really wearing them. So although they looked neutral and I knew they would look cool in an outfit, on the day-to-day I wasn't wearing them. So I'm trying to find a wardrobe that suits my lifestyle a bit better. Second up, this was a bit of a curveball for me, but I basically went and got the black blazer, which I know again might seem a little bit boring, but I think the idea with this is, I love the shape of this, I love the silhouette of it. I think it's so classic and perfect that I'm actually going to sell most of my black blazers on Vinted. So if you're looking for a good black blazer that's barely been worn, check out my Vinted. It's Chloe Jade's story, because I'm going to sell most of them, including the Frankie Shop blazer. So this is overtaking that. This is overtaking the Frankie Shop blazer, and that to me is just a sign about how good this silhouette is. I did go up a few sizes. I think I mentioned I've got up to a size 16, and it's already quite an oversized fit, but it is the perfect blazer. And the Arket store has this blazer in multiple different colors. They have it in like a grey and a beige, and I think they even had it in a green. They've got it in a lot of different colors, and I just feel, I think it's called their hop sack blazer. Don't quote me on that, have a little check. I can see if I can link the pieces that I've tried on in the description box below, just in case you are interested as well. But you cannot go wrong with a classic black blazer. And like I said before, I really am trying to find pieces that are going to slip into my lifestyle, not so much about the crazy statement. And if I do want a statement piece, I'm going to go and get that secondhand or on Vinted or something. I just feel like black blazer, you can't go wrong, and it really was the perfect fit. I was so impressed with how this looked in the change rooms, especially with the outfit I was already wearing. Last but not least, and I know I went on about statement, and here I am kind of picking out a statement piece, but basically I seen this grey maxi coat, blazer coat, from Fran, who I literally was just doing the shop with. She picked this up last year, and she had it in kind of like a pinstripe effect. And when I saw this grey, which this is my favorite tone of grey, by the way, when it's this like bit blue and a little bit more of a charcoal color, I think the lighter grey kind of washes me out a little bit. And it wasn't pinstripe, it was plain, and you've seen it in the video. It just looked so chic, like it was giving premium, almost like a YSL copy. Like that was how the silhouette was looking, and I showed it to Fran and I was like, is this too much? Like, what am I going to wear this to? And she basically explained that she actually wears her grey one quite often, and you basically wear it like a blazer but a coat version. And I was like, well, I wear my blazers all the time, it's all I'm ever wearing. I'm in one today, and I just thought if I'm wearing this in the kind of cooler days when I need a little bit more coverage than just a blazer, this is perfect. And a grey is going to be like fantastic for that, just going with everything in my wardrobe. So I did pick it up. I just thought it was cool, guys. I really thought it was cool, and I hadn't seen anything like it. I feel like that's what's really great about Arket as well, is they design pieces that, sure, they're classics and they're timeless, but you don't really see them in any other high street stores. And I love that about Arket. And they're just a little bit, how would I describe it? I feel like cost can be sometimes quite editorial, and I feel like Arket's a little bit more wearable. So I think this is a really good piece that's just in between editorial and wearable. But that is my 3 pieces that I picked up. I feel so grateful to be able to go into store with one of my favorite brands and do a little bit of a shopping session. That was so fun, and it was even better to take you guys along with me. This was a very different video. I hope you guys like it. If you do like it, I'd love to do like maybe a little series, maybe once a month we go into a different store and have a little try on session and see what's in, especially when it's stores that maybe aren't available for everyone, and you kind of rely on the website. Sometimes it's quite nice to see how the store looks and how things look on maybe like a size 12. So hopefully that is useful, and you've maybe picked some things that you would like to add to your wish list, or if you hadn't heard of Arket before, at least now you do. And I have said they have launched on ASOS, and then this is like brand new for them. So yeah, hopefully now they're a little bit more readily available, because it is one of my favorite brands. But this was such a fun video to do. You guys know I love talking about autumn fashion right now. It is literally my favorite thing ever. Please do, if you've got any questions, pop them down in the description box. Description, no, it's my job. Pop them down in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd love it if you could subscribe. And if you subscribed already, thank you so much. Have an amazing week, and I will see you in the next video.